Cruz. I'm one of the owners of the Brewing Company. I'm from Berlin, so I grew up, born and raised in Berlin. So Tony, my partner, who is my brewer, we coached T-ball together. I played baseball. If you look at our tap room, you'll see the theme. We ended up starting to talk one day at a T-ball game. He took third place in Milwaukee with his Colch. And Tony's main trade, we both have full-time jobs, so his main job is he's a head nurse in virtual health. He had his shift, and he pulled off his Colch a day early, 12 hours earlier than he wanted to submit it for the contest. And by him sitting that one extra day, he swears he would have took first if he gave it 12 more hours to ferment. So he ends up bringing this medal back. I had no idea that he made beer. And now our kids are 11 years old, so this is probably about 7 years ago. So ever since then, we ended up talking about doing a brewery. I played baseball. That was my MO. So I told him, I was like, listen, if you want to do it, I'm in. I was like, baseball connected us together. He has a love for baseball. I have a love for baseball. He has a love for beer, and so do I. So that's what started Brewing Company. And anytime there's a new brewery that pops up, it's very, like some of the people, and you know this, because you do the blog on this. A lot of people are very critical of new breweries. What people don't really understand is that you are not allowed to practice with any of your equipment. So most breweries come from home brewing status. If you look over here to our right, that was Tony's home brew system. So he didn't get a chance to make any beer. So everything he made, it was a one-time shot to make somewhat drinkable beer. A lot of people, and I always tell everybody, be patient with a new brewery. Check them out when they open, and then come back 5 months from that point, and come back another 6 months from that point, and you'll see the beer evolve, because it's almost like driving a sports car. You don't know how it's going to handle. But when you're in there about 20,000 miles, you know every way it's going to handle the curves and stuff like that. But it was insane the first couple of months. We did this brewery on our own. We didn't go out and get outside financing. We didn't do it. So we pretty much cut a penny in four. The tap room, when you go out there and take a shot, we have a donor's wall. Without that donor's wall, we would never be able to even have enough money to open up the tap room. Everything you see on that side is 100% recycled wood. So everything we put on there, we didn't have to buy anything. So a Hale Trailer, which is one of my customers for my regular job, actually gave me the top of our bar tops tractor trailer decking. The wood, I bartered 3 baseball bats and got a whole big stack of white oak. So everything we did ourselves. So now it's getting to the point where, okay, we're where we're at, and we've been successful. We're small. And the best part is I haven't had that many complaints about the beer. You drank it, so you know that we put a good product out. And now it's time for us to really spread our wings and let it go. But we have our locals, which is great. And Berlin has been nothing but phenomenal to embrace us. And that was one of the things we told them, we presented to the town, that we're naming ourselves Berlin Brewing Company. At the time, we were the only named brewery up and down the Whitehurst Pike. That was us. So we're hitching to the town, and the town's embraced us. I recognize us as a historical facility. So next weekend, we're doing the Christmas tour, where they do a trolley, runs through Berlin, sees Christmas houses, and they stop at the brewery, which is great for adults. For the kids, not so much, but it's good. So we've been embraced. Have your customers, man. There's no doubt. It's meeting new people every day, and people coming in and appreciating what we put out there. It's got to be it. If you ask any of us, our atmosphere that we provide, and our customer base. Our customer base, I can't say anything, but the people are absolutely amazing. It's got to be.